Game 2 of Division A's World Cup Final Four matchup is right now. The Texas Rattle Snakes with a 1-0 lead over the Skunks. The Skunks' backs are against the wall, and many critics say the World Cup Final Four is the most prestigious level of Whamo. This is the biggest stage in Whamo. And can the Skunks perform when they need it most? You're looking at the big guy, Mr. Fuds, and alongside me is my partner, Crime Hidalgo and Hidalgo. Skunks' backs are against the wall. A lot of question marks on the board. We're going to see Luke Dalek and Jack Lark step up as sidekicks, or is Tyler Armstrong going to have to take this game in his own hands?
I think it's going to be a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I mean, obviously, Dalek needs to play better. He didn't play bad last game, but he's got to be making those shots. He's a sniper. He was a top pick. He's got to really earn that money that they're paying him. They're paying him a lot of money out there, I'll tell you that. And as for Jack Lark, I mean, who can know what's going through his head? I know you're a licensed psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you're looking at him right now. I see you looking at him warming up right now. What's going through his head?
Trauma, lots of trauma. He's the type of guy who can't get over the past, and there's a lot of things going through his mind right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's having flashbacks of his childhood, his teenage years, and even some of his young adult life to the point where he's not focusing on the game. And if you are playing Whamo as a psychologist, I highly recommend you put all that behind you, man up, and start playing the game of Whamo. He needs to put the ball in the net, let's be honest. If he's not going to get 2 to 3 goals, then that is more responsibility you're putting in your teammates' hands.
And you know he's going to get the opportunities to get those goals. I mean, they were leaving him wide open for shots. Didn't seem to want to take them in their previous game. I'd like to see him get a little more aggressive. They're not all going to go in, but if you can get 2 or 3, like you said, that's going to help so much. I mean, those 2 or 3 goals could be the difference. It's a 7 to 10 game. That's a big deal.
Big deal indeed. Just like at Denny's, Jack Lark is open all the time, and he's got to take advantage of those open hours. But on the other side of things, Jack Sauber, oh man, this guy's good. We knew that coming into this game. We knew this ever since that man was born. He's going to be a superstar in this league, and he's proven it out to be. But one thing that's impressed me most about these Texas Rattlesnakes, besides Jack Sauber's phenomenal performance, Crust. He's really stepped up. A rookie, first-round rookie pick, which you don't see too many rookies go in the first round, especially ones that can't shoot with a lot of velocity, but everything about Crust's game is Whamo. It's the most pure Whamo. It's odd. It's not unique. It's unique. Not the most common-looking game. He's doing phenomenal, though.
He's been a sight for sore eyes. You love to see a rookie come in and just look like a veteran. He plays like an experienced player. I mean, a lot of people say he looks dumb. He's stupid. Not much going on in his brain. How about you put on the psychologist goggles again? What's going on in that empty head?
Pure obsession with pleasing your superior, and in this case, it's Jack Sauber. He looks at Jack Sauber just like a father figure, like a role model, if you will, and he's doing everything he can to obey Jack's orders. And at this point, only one way to find out what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back, relax, and let's get into Game 2 of Division A's Final Four matchup. Here we go, Game 2 of the Division A Final Four matchup, Texas Rattle Snakes versus the Skunks. Hidalgo, some say that the Final Four is more prestigious than making the championship, and right now, I think we're going to see all 6 guys step their game up because they know that that is the case.
I'm looking forward to an exciting game, maybe a little even more fast-paced and physical than before. I mean, when a team has their back against the wall like the Skunks do, they're going to give it their all. They're going to bring out all the stops, everything they've been saving up, secret tricks. It's all going to be shown out today.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point where the practices aren't fun anymore. It's all about work. It's all about restructuring your game and fixing the loose ends. A team like the Texas Rattlesnakes, I can really see that at, whereas the Skunks practice maybe a little more laid back, chill, if you will.
Yeah, I saw them practicing before the game. It was more of like a stoner circle. They were playing bongos, but in their own way, that does help their team chemistry. They connect in a certain way. And look, let's see how that works.
Speaking of team chemistry, Tyler Armstrong with a really odd turnover at midfield, and Luke Dalek ran back to play net. One thing we know about Luke Dalek, probably a top 10 goalie, which is rare for teams to have 2 top 10 goalies, but Luke Dalek getting back there and make the big save, and he cranks one too. Luke Dalek making 2 huge plays to kick this game off, and the reason why, they have a 1-0 lead.
Excellent shot. We need to see more of that. We didn't see enough of it in the last game. Luke Dalek has a top 5 shot, some would say. Excellent shooter.
Top 5 shot, yeah.
He's got to get that shot off.
And pinpoint too, right at the top bar. That's one of the hardest things to save. And Jack responds with a nice little ground ball right between Tyler's legs to score. Oh, but Luke on the run. Nice catch for Luke Dalek. Oh, man. Throwing it back to Tyler, looking for something to happen. There's Jack Lark wide open again. Not going to shoot it, looking for the dump. Risky pass. He's been making a lot of those shoots and scores. Jack Lark's on the board. Nice shot from Jack Lark. And first time, I believe, this season he's shooting 100%.
Yeah, and Doug almost wasn't expecting it. He's so used to Jack just giving the ball up, waiting around. Kind of caught him off guard right there. Snuck right past him. Good shot by Jack. Keep it up, big guy.
Putting it low bouncers. Those are not easy to save. And Jack Sauber again with a pinpoint snipe. Went through the net. Hard shot from the captain, and Jack Sauber's taking matters in his own hands offensively. On the run again. The Skunks are quick, looking for something. Jack Lark with the run and gun. Ooh, easy save for Doug. Awkward shot for anyone, and then Jack Lark just wasn't able to get enough mustard on it. Had a weird curve, though, but Doug was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, didn't look as clean as his previous shot. He was stumbling a little bit. He was off balance, but he's got to keep that confidence up. He's got to keep shooting.
Doug with the bop, and there's what we talked about earlier, two-pointer, but Tyler missed wide. Ooh, Jack Lark says, hey, don't get down on yourself. That was a good shot. Tyler Armstrong, what a beautiful young man. So much potential, so much of his future just to be ruined by marijuana. Sad thing.
Marijuana really can affect your life in a lot of ways. I mean, it's practically his entire life right now. He sells it, he smokes it, he gives it to his friends. He's obsessed with it. And look at how cute he was at a certain point, and now look at him.
And to think that young man could have been very successful in life.
He could have. All the tools were there. He's a smart guy. I've talked to him before. And when he's not explaining why we got to dismantle the corporate system or whatever stoner shit he normally talks about, the guy's a quick-witted, intelligent guy. It's a shame. It's a sad story.
Yeah.
And we could all take caution from this.
Cross with the ball in the corner, looking for Jack Sauber, floating in and out of the box. Texas Rattle Snakes back to the roll offense. Something they kind of took the pressure off in their last series against Benchwarmers. They weren't really running that triangle offense, maybe trying something new. And Jack Sauber with the sleeping bear of the year. Oh, man, it's crushing through Tyler. He dunked on him. Beautiful sleeping bear from the captain, and they got to fix the line. Wow, that was a good shot. One thing Crust does in the offseason, very big into dog wrestling. One human, one dog, one-on-one, and he's undefeated, 17-0. And here's a clip from his last match against Little Dougie.
Wow, that looks like an exciting match. I'm not sure the ethics of this sport. We know Michael Vick got in trouble for just dogfighting. You introduce a human into that, it seems like it could get a little more sketchy.
No, dog wrestling.
I mean, is he killing these dogs?
No, he's wrestling them.
Yeah, but that could result in a
Just like he's wrestling Jack Lark down to the ground. Nice hit from Crust. But no, yeah, he's not fighting. Like, it's not MMA. It's like high school wrestling.
You could still get messed up, though. I mean, some of those
Yeah. But I mean,
guys.
it's a lot more ethical because it's high school wrestling, not MMA. Because MMA, yeah, you shouldn't be punching dogs when you're just like grappling. It's okay.
He doesn't punch, is what you're saying.
Correct. Missed wide by Doug. Now, Doug Schmid has two guys nominated for his best friend of the year. We got Pink Slips captain Vito Balsamo and the winger for the Bay Area Blue Waffles, Ryan Cal. Who's the better best friend? Which one are you on? Are you on Team Vito or Team Cal?
I mean, me personally, I'm always Team Vito in this scenario. I see their chemistry together. I mean, the inside jokes that those two have, it cracks me up. I love watching them when they're together. They got just this chemistry. You can just feel it. You can feel they have real feelings for each other. Adorable couple.
Oh, I agree, but Team Cal is the team I'm on. They've known each other for longer. The chemistry comically might not be there, but the chemistry everywhere else emotionally between two guys is there. Anyway, Skunks with the ball at the point. Looking for something to happen, down 3-2, and if they lose this, ladies and gentlemen, they go home. Nice pick from Jack. Gets his captain open, Tyler. Ooh, did Doug get a hand on that? I couldn't really see.
I couldn't tell either. Tyler might have just missed the net. A great offensive movement regardless.
All right, well, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Gary Gritz, take it away.
All right, I got to ask, who are you guys? What teams do you guys play for?
Tyler Armstrong with the Skunks.
Jack Sauber, Texas Rattle Snakes.
Okay. Thanks, I forgot.
It's okay.
I'm Gary. Last name is Gritz, spelled Grits, commonly misspelled with a Z. I've got a couple questions for these gentlemen who I just met. Let's start it off with a fun one. They say the Final Four is the most prestigious achievement in Whamo. How does it feel to make it this far?
Good.
Great.
Wonderful answers. Now, here's a real curveball for you. Jack, you're hot. How was your love life?
Not bad.
Is that all you have to say about it? If it wasn't that bad, you'd say more.
Well, Gary, I mean, I know you're a detail-oriented guy, but
You just have to explain why it's not bad.
why it's not bad?
Why is it not bad?
I'm mostly happy. So it's not
Mostly.
bad.
What do you keep saying, like 75% thing? Just say
That's just-
100% happy, or
Outside of Whamo,
you know what percentages are?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Gonna let me answer the question?
Go ahead.
You know, I've watched your interviews, and you have a tendency to interrupt people that are talking that you're asking questions to. So,
I interrupt dumb people.
oh, okay.
Tyler, are you a
go.
Republican stoner?
A Republican stoner?
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't put that label on myself.
Why has it been labeled? Like, what makes you that? Why do you think the people who did not write these questions think you're a Republican stoner?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't see any evidence of that.
I mean, they did. They wrote the question.
I think that's made up, Gary.
It's not made up. I have it on paper right here. Are you saying it's made up in the fact that it's like a lie?
Yeah, I think that's a lie. I think
Okay.
that's fake.
Jack, describe your opponent here.
Tyler is
Use words.
Is a top 3 Whamo player of all time. He's a very worthy opponent. I respect his game. I don't know about his politics.
Tyler, describe Jack Lark.
Jack Lark. Not the best Whamo player, not the best physical specimen, but goddamn it, he tries hard, and he takes direction very well, and he also, I think, deserves a Whamo World Cup.
All right, Jack. So sources say that Tyler got the name Skunks from his weed habits. Did you get your snake's name from being an untrustworthy person?
So the full name of our team is the Texas Rattle Snakes. So it's based off of Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's
You're dodging the question.
No, I'm answering where the team name came from.
Well, are you an untrustworthy person?
That wasn't the question.
That was
Is that
the question.
now?
I have the question on here. There's a question mark after untrustworthy person, so
Maybe you
that's
should
clearly
learn
the
to ask a
question.
question then.
I asked you the
Let's-
question. Maybe you should not be dumb.
Easy.
Tyler,
He's coming back to that quite a bit. He's calling me dumb
Tyler.
multiple times.
Critics say Luke struggled in net against the Blue Waffles because he was too high. Do you regret selling him all that weed?
No, I think Luke, his problem is he's got low stamina and asthma. It might have been the weed, but I think it was more of his low stamina and asthma.
Jack, convince me to vote for Trump.
No.
Okay. Tyler, now you.
No,
Okay.
I think we should keep politics out of Whamo, Gary.
Shut up. Jack, Doug is my favorite player. What's he like in person?
I don't know him that well.
Okay.
I think he wears sunglasses a lot and he plays poker, and he probably chews tobacco. Does Adderall. I mean, he probably not when he plays Whamo. He doesn't do Adderall, but like.
No, he does.
Yeah, he's just overall a very trustworthy person and not a snake.
You ever see like people when they chew tobacco, like the spit?
Yeah,
It's disgusting.
Gross.
I never said it wasn't.
Yeah. I once drank it, and like in school they had the fountains, like people would spit the chewing tobacco in there, and I drank out of it one day, not knowing I thought it was just like bad water.
What happened then?
I mean, you see how I am now, so
Did
you tell me.
get sick?
No. I mean, I just drank tobacco water.
Yeah, I mean most people.
Wait, they spit it in the
puke when
fountains
do
and
They
you
spit it in the
drank out of
fountain, yeah.
fountain?
Yeah.
So you just drank out of the bottom of the fountain?
Yeah.
I mean that's
what I did.
A mistake right there. Why would you do that?
How else do you drink out of a fountain?
You
Describe
push
a
the button.
fountain. Okay.
Yeah, it's fresh
There's
water.
buttons on the
We're
bottom.
talking about a
Well,
drinking fountain.
One of the fountains
What you
that
think?
throw
What
coins
fountain?
Are you slurping the leftover dip spit out of the bottom of the fountain? You
What
drink-
fountain?
What?
There's fountains. What fountains?
What?
He brought up the fountains.
You who said that?
He said multiple fountains. I don't know how many fountains there are. What fountains are you talking about?
in? What fountains are you talking
What-
about?
You're the idiot who brought it up.
What do you mean?
There's ones the coin ones at
I
like
thought
the mall,
you said you drank
or the ones
Oh,
in.
did you
chewing
dunk
tobacco
your head
spit
into
out of
one
a fountain.
No, I did not dunk my head in a fountain. In a
Sure.
in a drinking fountain or a coin fountain.
You tell me. You're the one who drank the spit out of the fountain.
Tyler, we're not so different, you and I. Why would I say that?
You tell me, man. I don't know.
That was deep.
Oh, this is a harder
Jack-
interview than I thought.
We're not so different, you and I.
Yeah, they are.
Why would I say that?
Because we're both human beings, Grits. Even though you continue to call me stupid,
Well, you gave me stupid answers.
well, you drink dip
What
spit.
what
out
did
of
I what was the
various
question? What did I why did I call you
So-
stupid initially? I don't remember.
You tell me.
I don't remember what. What did I do you remember? Why I called him stupid?
No. but it was uncalled for.
I wish I could remember. I think I gotta cut it. I think we've been filming too long.
have
So
any more questions?
no, that was
I
all
thought we
of
would
them.
talk more about Whamo.
I don't care about Whamo. All right. Thanks.
talking to you, man.
Yeah, that's
thanks
good.
for tuning in. Till next time. I'm Gary, I guess, and whatever.
The two captains sitting down. Very good interview from Gary Gritz. You know, one thing I'm going to be sad about is we're running out of games, and we're not going to see Gary probably for a long, long time. Hit the post by Doug, but it's sad to think about.
We love Gary over here. I mean, he's came such a long way. Exciting interview. He really gets to the bottom of things. Nobody can do it like him. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him get a job at Fox News or something.
Wow, and Jack, Clark, and Tyler, they're on vacation because they took a tripping over each other's shoes there. But they get back up. Jack Clark wide open, shoots, and scores! Oh, man, curve shot. Doug lost it in the sun with sunglasses, or it just curved so much it went in. But Jack Clark is 2 for 3 with 2 of the 3 Skunks goals.
And it's crucial right now that he keeps shooting. He keeps this confidence up. Keep firing him in there. If they're going in, shoot him.
Another post from Doug. Tyler might have got a hand on that. You hear good save from the crowd. Tyler's the top goalie. I wouldn't be surprised if he did save that. Doug trying to get something going. He's 0 for 3 so far, and inconsistent as we talked about. But sometimes he can get hot from that point. He has walked off goals in the last 2 games they played. Jack Clark off the post. Oh, Doug might have got a hand on that too. I hear good save from the crowd, and Jack Clark shooting 50%. That's above average right now.
These are good shots. You got to keep taking them. If they keep letting Jack be wide open and he can shoot 50%, they're going to win this game.
Yeah, the league average is 44%, so if I'm Jack, have a little confidence. There's Doug. Nice shot. Tyler lost it when he went down on the ground and just over his head. Hard to save the ball when it's over your head, but a lot of goalies drop to their knees anticipating a low shot.
Risky pass right there from Jack. Got the ball right now.
Yeah, thank goodness for Luke Dalek's length. That was a beautiful catch on the gun. Nice defense from Crust sticking with the quick guy, Tyler. Nice pass, but Jack Sauber's there to gobble him up, and they just can't get open. This Texas Rattle Snakes defense is really hammering them down.
They're playing that man-on-man defense, leaving Jack wide open.
And
Another
he scores
goal.
again! Jack Clark with the game of his career right now, and boy, did the Skunks need it. He's got 3 of their 4 goals, and shoot, if I'm Jack Clark, I'm going to shoot that every time. He's got Doug's number today.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Rattlesnakes maybe change up their defense a little, maybe apply a little bit of pressure on Jack. He's got no pressure on him. He has time to compose himself, take a couple steps, and rip those shots.
I doubt that. Tyler with a nice save. He shoots it 2. Oh, man. Huge momentum swing. That's what he is best at, and Jack Sauber's not happy with his goalie not getting back in time. That's the one thing if you're shooting from the point, you got to be careful with those 2-pointers. And right now, the Skunks just got another one. Something they've been doing to the Texas Rattlesnakes all year is getting those deep 2s on a good save or even a quick goal.
And Doug's getting an earful right now. Jack can be a real motherfucker to deal with when he gets angry. And look at that face.
Yeah, that's the face of disappointment because they were up 1 the whole game, and now they're down 2 with just like that. Doug is having a rough one, letting up 2 and 3 goals from Jack Clark. Kudos to you, Jack Clark. You're shooting lights out, but is it Doug's fault that you're letting in so much like that, or is Jack shooting well?
Sometimes a player just is feeling himself. That's all I can say about Jack Clark right now. The shots just seem to go in. They just seem to go in more, and that's been the case today.
And Luke Dalek cranking it wide. No, he scored. Oh, man, he got that rolling under Doug. Jack Sauber was screaming at the ref. I scored on a sleeping bear. And Tyler reached in the net, he claims, and pulled it out. Here's the angle. And Jack screaming, that's a goal. That's close.
That looks like a save. Excellent save to me.
Yeah, the ball wasn't fully over the line. A little bit looked peeking out. As you said against Todd DeReed, who made a similar play when it went in, that's not a perfect 90-degree angle, so we can't tell. But if I'm Jack, I guess you got to fight for it, especially when you're losing. But it gave up a goal. Luke Dalek with the snipe, and Tyler Armstrong with the save. Oh, man, this whole Skunks team's feeling themselves. Oh, Luke's getting some snipes. Jack Clark's scoring, and Tyler's starting to make some huge saves. The Skunks are looking like that dangerous team we thought they were when they came into the playoffs. And Jack Clark missing wide. Keep shooting, though, man. Your shot's looking good.
Yeah, but it is interesting that Tyler gets that call when, like you said, Todd didn't get the call in the past. There's obviously some bias. Everybody tends to like Tyler. He's a very likable player.
Well, also, from that angle, that ball was fully across the line. From the angle we just saw, which was the exact same angle from Todd's game, that ball wasn't fully across the line.
Look, the camera can play tricks on you, especially with all this dust. And another drop.
Yeah, both captains there had a turnover. Jack Sauber and Tyler both dropping one. That's not something you'll see every day. But you, the fans, voted the worst fans of the sport are fans of Luke Dalek. That's an odd one.
Yeah, I get it though. I see the fans. I mean, they're bringing drugs, they're being loud, they're being obnoxious. They play fish. Nobody likes fish except for Luke Dalek.
Interesting, though, worse than Church of Fudge fans.
Church of Fudge fans, they bring at least that fratty energy that it's kind of lovable in a certain way. Nobody likes people getting high, playing fish at maximum volume. The songs never end.
Yeah, and speaking of never ending, oh man, Tyler's saving ability's never ending. Oh man, because he made a huge save there, and Jack Sauber going down low to stop the 5-hole. And right now the Skunks have a chance to really start running away with this game. Luke cranks it deep, and Jack Sauber shoves it home.
Excellent defense.
Great
Excellent
defense. That's why he's one of the best defenders in the game.
Yeah, and he never takes a single drive off. Never is he relaxed. He's always got his arms spread out. He's always blocking. He's always hustling.
He's not going to give up. Like, some guys 4-7, lose momentum, say, we'll take it to game 3. Jack Sauber's going to try to thin this gap and actually try to win this game. Nice rep. He takes Luke Dalek down, and Luke's hurt. Ref didn't call stop.
We know Luke's soft. But we didn't know he was that soft.
And Jack Lark scores again, 4-8. Jack Lark has 4 of the goals. And Jack Sauber looked like kind of let up from the injury.
But that was a missile, that last shot.
What's that? I think it was actually pushed me. That hurt. Yeah, I know. Right? This is a defense pack. I liked it.
Slide heads up.
Ryan.
It's fine. The line.
No, but
watch the game, not your phone.
Yeah!
Oh.
5. Stay with me.
This guy sounds good. Oh, that was almost 6 too.
Come back.
And that was the exact same line judge on that controversial call in the last game we saw with the Beavers and Long Cut. Looks like playing tower defense on his phone.
Yeah, it did look like he was working on a high score, so I understand it. I understand you can't. There's no time to break.
Yeah, tower defense is actually a lot of fun. Right now, 4-8. The Skunks really running away with game 2. If I'm the Rattlesnakes, I don't know if the Skunks have finally found their rhythm, or if they're getting lucky. Oh man, Dunk scores, but another 2 and it's over. Oh man, Jack Sauber's mad at that one.
That's a blowout right now.
5-10. 2 twos from Tyler, 4 goals from Jack, and Luke getting the other. Wow, the Skunks were sharp there.
Wow, look at Long Cut dapping up the Skunks. You know who they're rooting for to win this series.
Classic Skunks game, causing a lot of mischief here and there, but a lot of 2-pointers and an offense you don't expect. They throw weird picks. They do weird half-field pick plays, cutoff plays, quick-moving plays, but they busted out a new card today, a scoring Jack Lark, and that was huge in the victory.
4 goals from Jack Lark, I think. Excellent play. He was engaged in the game. He was helping his team win. That's what he has to do. And Tyler with the 2 2-pointers were equally huge.
Yo, just as big. And like we talked in the pregame, unless we take a different take, but Doug is really, really struggling to get back on those 2s, and he's going against the best 2-point shooter in the league. And his captain, I guess, doesn't really know how to stop it. He's not a goalie. You know, Jack Sauber is the only captain with no goalie experience in this tournament right now.
But he does have experience playing the game. He's played with goalies that could get back, and you could tell he's frustrated with it. He expects more from his goalie. I could hear him getting in his ear after the first one. You got to get fucking back on those. He was pissed off, and just seeing his face as they were walking off the field, that anger, that suburban white man anger. I think I speak for us all when I say I would hate to be Carolyn tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you could hear he was definitely mansplaining how to get back on twos to Doug. It was actually like, I didn't like hearing it.
No, I didn't either. But look, he is a passionate person. He takes the game seriously. He doesn't tolerate anything less than perfection, and that could be his fault at times. People might not like playing with him, but that's also the reason why he is what he is today in the game of Whamo.
Yeah. But hey, kudos to the Skunks. They force a Game 3 in the Whamo World Cup Final Four Division A bracket. And we get to watch them play again. This is probably the best matchup in Whamo, Skunks and Rattlesnakes.
I wouldn't get too ahead of yourself. We got the Long Cut and the Beavers, which could be just as good, and I can't wait to see that one next week. I'm already excited. I already got the DVR set. Can't wait.
Yep, TiVo's program. They're going to be TiVoing it because we'll be here.
All these games have been exciting. I love the playoffs, and a lot of people say the Final Four, making the Final Four, is more important than winning.
Many critics do.
A lot of them.
Until next week, you're looking at the big guy, Mr. Fuds.
I'm a doggo.
And we'll see you on the Whamo field.
I thought that was
in the Whamo World Cup final, so this is a huge stage with probably more people watching than in the future. You're looking at the big guy, Mr. Fuds, and Todd. Fuck.
It's the wall. You're going to see a better game from Tyler. Luke's going to step up. He's going to make more of an impact today. I saw him before the game. He was huffing paint thinner. I don't know if that's part of his pregame ritual, but he looked amped. He looks scary. He's going to be dangerous.
If I know one thing about Luke Dalek, he's a big fan of scented paint. So he might have been just looking for something to really paint his room with. He's a big fan of bacon flavor, apple flavor, things of that matter. He switches it up every couple weeks. But the outline